I'm Sarah from Budgetsew, and today I'm going to show you my fabric haul that I purchased for 85% off at Len's Mills. But first, I'm going to show you my most recent make. Today I'm wearing Vogue 8408 View B. This dress has princess seams and top stitching. I purchased this pattern on sale a few years ago from Fabricland. I made it up in a size 16. The dress fabric was also purchased at Fabricland, but in the clearance section for the very low price of $1.75 a meter. I bought the last of the bolt for a total of 3.7 meters. The remaining fabric was used to make the skirt and top of Vogue pattern 2867. Before cutting the pattern out of fabric, I lengthened the pattern by 22 centimeters and I added 2 kick pleats since the pattern called for 2 slits in the back of the dress. If you would like to learn how to draw and attach a kick pleat to a pattern, please see the link in the description box of this video. When sewing the dress together, my sewing machine struggled to sew the collar to the dress due to the multiple layers of fabric interfacing and facings, but my good old Kenmore is a tank and she sewed right through. The pattern called for a side zipper, but since my dress is made from a knit fabric, I didn't add it. View B also calls for 4 buttons and 4 buttonholes on the collar, but the buttons were not very noticeable due to the houndstooth print of the fabric, so I didn't add them. Originally, I made the belt out of the same fabric as the dress, but I just didn't like the look of it, so I cut the belt out again, but this time from a black knit remnant. I was sold. The instructions for this pattern were very clear and easy to follow, and the pattern modifications were quite simple. I love wearing this dress. It's comfy and elegant all at the same time. Feel free to leave me a note in the comments section about how you have modified your favorite pattern. And while you're there, don't forget to smash the like button for this video. And if you'd like to see more from Budgetsew, please subscribe. Now, on to the fabric haul. Len's Mills, a huge factory outlet selling fabrics, craft supplies, housewares, and so much more, had a winter sale to clear out some of their inventory. Their entire selection of previously reduced fabrics was 75% off the lowest ticketed price. And if you finished the bolt, then it was 85% off. I could not pass up this sale. When I arrived at the store, I think I was so excited about the fabric sale that I couldn't find the fabric, so I had to ask a customer service associate. She was very helpful and told me that if the fabric had been reduced in price, then it was included in the sale. I said to her, "Any fabric that's been reduced?" And she said, "Yes, any fabric." I was in fabric heaven. There were hundreds of bolts to choose from. Engineer Corner, with his infinite patience, grabbed his shopping cart and left it with me and my mom while he toured the store. By the time he got back to me, my cart was loaded with fabric. Most of my fabric ended up being 85% off. One of the fabrics that I purchased is this blue knit fabric. Let me just double check it is a knit. It is. It is a lovely baby blue color. I ended up purchasing 7.05 meters. It feels very nice. It's very soft. I think it'll make up very nicely in shirts and dresses. So I got 7.05 meters. And originally its first markdown price was $4.61 a meter, but I got it for 85% off, so I got over 7 meters for $4.87. So that was quite a steal, and you'll see that I was just quite shocked at the low price of these fabrics. This next fabric is absolutely gorgeous. It's a rayon and silk blend. It has, I think these are bamboo leaves or on them. It's like a pale blue gray, and its price before it was marked down well, before the 85% off, was $9.89 a meter. So before that it was a higher price than that. So I purchased 7.2 meters, and because I bought the end of the bolt, it was 85% off, so I paid $10.75 for it. Another fabric that I purchased is this beautiful pattern. It's a woven fabric. I love the blue circles with the darker blue and then the beige circles underneath. I purchased 4.2 meters, which was the end of the bolt again. So I got it for 85% off. And overall for 4.2 meters of fabric, I paid $4.36. This is another one that was included in the 85% off sale. This is a really nice one. It's a knit fabric. It's a lovely green with a zigzag print, and it has a lot of texture in it, which I like. I think this will make up quite nicely. I purchased 3.75 meters. Again, it was 85% off, and so this entire piece of fabric was $2.90. Let's see what else I have here. I have, this one is absolutely gorgeous. It has a beautiful floral print to it. It's white with different shades of blue flowers. I purchased 11 meters of it, so the end of the bolt. I did end up splitting this with my mom, so she got 5.5 meters and I received 5.5 meters. Because again, it was the end of the bolt, 11 meters. I received 85% off. For 11 meters of fabric, I paid $10.87. Again, in the clearance sale was this blue fabric. It's like feels like a blue. It's a blue, but it feels like a polyester. It is woven. I think it would make some great pants or maybe even a blazer. It's 6.7 meters. Again, it was 85% off because I bought the entire bolt. And so for 6.7 meters of fabric, I paid $1.98. Wow. Let's see. This one here is a big one as well. So when I got to the fabric store, they said they didn't want to cut over 10 meters at the table. So I actually had to go to the upholstery department to get this one cut. To get it measured. I did buy the entire bolt. I bought 12.2 meters of this. It's a blue fabric. It's a little bit see-through in the light. It has different vertical stripes, different widths of vertical stripes. It's a beautiful blue. And 12.2 meters of this, I paid $2.40. Now, at one point in this fabric haul, we decided to take a look at the remnants. So they were 40% off. And there was this gorgeous remnant that we saw, and we practically dove into the remnant bin. We were trying to find the end of the piece of fabric. My mom and I, we took our coats off, we set our purses aside, we rolled up our sleeves, but in the end, the fabric was just too large, and it wasn't included in the 75 to 85% off sale, so we skipped on it. But we did end up getting some remnants. Well, these are all my remnants. My mom did buy her own fabric as well, so the cart was just weighed down with it. So remnants were 40% off. So I bought 3 pieces of this. It's a very textured knit. They're all less than a meter, it looks like. They measure these all in yards, these ones. So 0.944 of a yard, I should say. So each piece ended up being the exact same price because they were the exact same size. So I bought 3 pieces and each piece was $3.96. This one is really nice. It's a lycra remnant. So it's very like slippery. So I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to sew. But I really liked it. I'm not sure what I'm going to make out of it yet, but I'm still excited nonetheless. So this remnant was 40% off. I bought 1.4166 yards, and it was $8.49 for this. Now, the final remnant that I purchased was this denim remnant, but denim isn't sold by, I should say, denim remnants aren't sold by the meter or by the yard. They're sold by the pound. So they actually weighed this. So I ended up buying 5.41 pounds of denim. Originally it was $4.49 a pound, but I got 40% off. So for this big piece of denim, I think I measured it and it's just over 4 meters. I paid $14.55. So it's a gorgeous denim. I love how the back is red. There's that little hint of red in it. But I still can't believe that for 4 meters of denim, $14.55. What a steal. Oh, and the last thing. So after we had our fabric all cut and measured, we saw that there was this lace. There were 4 bolts of it sitting just to the side of the table. And it was advertised in the flyer, and it was 29 cents a yard. So this gorgeous lace, we paid 29 cents a yard, which actually is 32 cents a meter. So we each purchased 4 meters of this. So 4 meters came to $1.28. Now, I was so surprised by this sale. I just couldn't believe it. You have to check out Lens Mills. They've got great fabric, great craft supplies, and I just love going there. Well, that's my entire fabric haul from Lens Mills store. I'll post the link to Lens Mills stores in the description box of this video. Please subscribe to Budgetsew to stay connected and like this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.